Hi, I'm Peter McGough with Musket Development. I'm here with Sergio Oliva Jr., who has just won the overall and super heavyweight titles at this year's NPC Nationals here in Miami. So Sergio Oliva Jr., IFBB Pro. How does it sound?
I mean, that sounds like a name that existed before, but now it just has an extra initial at the end. But it sounds good. It sounds real good.
So, we spoke last night and you said after the prejudging this was going to be the longest day of your life. Is that the way it turned out?
I guess for something to be the greatest day of your life, it has to be the longest day, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Something like that. So it was the longest but greatest?
Absolutely. It's the greatest day of my life, for sure. Absolutely. I'm speechless.
What were your thoughts going into tonight's contest? We got the prejudging over with yesterday. Everybody said it could be close between you and Eddie, but certainly, you were up there. What was your feelings after yesterday's prejudging?
I felt like, yeah, for sure it could go either way. It's not a coincidence. Both of Aceto's boys are battling it up there for what we pretty much knew was going to be the overall. And I don't know. I felt like all I could do was fix the things that they asked me to fix. I mean, they told me that my color was off and my posing was a little off, and I needed to be a little bit fuller. I focused on trying to fix those things, and then I still went right back to just wanting to just get it over. I mean, I just wanted to do it. I wanted to find out, am I who I think I am? Like, I feel like I'm a pro. I feel like I kill myself at this as a pro. And I see people that I used to compete with that are now pros that I should be with. I just wanted to find out my future already. I just wanted to kind of get it done. It's the first show that I was so anxious. I had so much anxiety and I was so stressed. But the first time I wasn't scared. I'm always scared at shows all the time. Every time backstage, oh my God, that guy's so big. Oh my God, what am I doing? I just can't compete. I can't do it. And I feel like as long as I had that pro card, that small little piece of material that says that I earned it, and I am someone who is part of a club, a special elite club that is so hard to get to, and then compete in as well. But then there's still so many people that I've seen that are pros that just they're not good. It was just good timing of picking shows. I feel like, man, every time I pick a show, it's always like some kind of all-star show. Like, man, I'm either going against, man, this year I think 4 of the people in Olympia were in the junior nationals I was in, and so here I am sitting here watching them. I'm watching everybody go on and have the career that I want and that I felt like I should be able to. And I don't know. I feel like you see a lot of bodybuilders that they kill themselves, they kill their families, they put so much into believing that they're going to be a pro and they can do it, and these people, they're never going to make it, and you just feel so bad. They're quitting their job, for the dream of bodybuilding. They're divorcing their wives. There's people who are having so many problems, and back in your head, you just know these people aren't going to make it. So after a while, you start to think like, am I those people? Am I one of the people that like you're never gonna make it, kid. Like you're not, and you're stupid. You're spending so much money and so much time. You put your whole life and another person's life into this lottery that you're playing. That I don't know what the chances are of being a pro, and whatever. It's a small percentage of even people that even make money being a pro. And to say that, man, you're gonna be able to do both of those on your own, like when you're so young, like. I just feel like the pro card is the one thing that now I can always say that I did. I don't.
Shall I just do the talking? Right. This little fella here, it was a 2-step process to get this. You had to win the supers and then this. What were your feelings waiting for the super result when there was just the 2 of you left? What was going through your head?
Well, that's what I was saying. Me and Eddie are buddies, and at USA's, we had already talked backstage about how, because it was funny. Every time you do a show, you always like think about somebody. I want to think about that person to be able to try and make me better. Of course, the old pumping iron, Arnold. You always have somebody like that, and It was not Eddie at USA's. And I remember being in the first call out, and I'm so excited, and here I am. And then the two people that I was worried about aren't really even a factor in this. And then here's this guy, this like, man, he looks like a video game character. This like Native American Aztec warrior standing next to me, battling it out. And here I am getting second, and I'm so excited. I look at the placing. This guy, I only beat him by a point. I'm like, man, holy shit, this guy's good. And I remember telling him backstage, like, you were the guy that I should have been worried about. And then come to find out, we have both the same help. And yeah, I mean, of course we're talking the whole prep. And I feel like after the show, I feel like for sure Eddie in the heavies and me are Griffin in the heavies, and Eddie and I went straight back into dieting right away. I mean, we took a small little break, but we were all right back on it. We all got so close to having that pro card in Vegas that it drove us. It drove us right into hopping right back on. So when I was standing next to him, we were already friends. We were already talking backstage about how no matter what, one of us is going to get a rematch in the pros. And to be able to say that is so great. And if I was going to lose to anybody in the show, it would have been Eddie, like hands down. It didn't matter.
So then, when it came to the overall, I mean, you'd won the supers, you'd got your pro card, which we're going to come to in a minute because you've been 10 years after that pro card. Was there a different feeling waiting for the overall? Did you have to win the overall, or was it, well, I've got the pro card, anything is a bonus now?
Well, yeah, I think that's what we were talking about last time, is that I remember 10 years ago, that's all I was thinking about was just pro card. Just wanted that pro card. Not even thinking just, man, the ultimate, like, exactly, take your class, first place, then the overall, and then, man, I get, another award on top of it. It's just, it's a really good feeling, but it shows how much my career and my mindset of bodybuilding had changed. I went from just need to get a pro card, or I remember when I first started competing, at my first national show, I never knew that only the top 5 do their routines. And I remember going to my first national show, those junior nationals, and that was the one thing I was flipping out about. Oh my God, what if I get 6? All my family, all these people are gonna come see me. They're not gonna be able to see me do my routine. And it's like, what, kid? You idiot, that means you're not in the first call out. That's what you should be worried about, and it just shows how exactly my mindset with that, and I don't do whatever I want to get a pro card, actually ultimately changing into, after I got that, even before the show, I remember thinking, even if I got that first place for the class, I was still going to only want that overall so bad that if not, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was the ultimate story ending to the amateur career that I wanted. I wanted to end the NPC exactly like this. My first show was in Florida as an amateur, and my last show as an amateur is in Florida, and it's the whole show.
So what's now that you're a pro, what sort of pro are you going to be? How do you see your life panning out now? I think you're going to be very sort of visible, aren't you? You're not going to hide away and...
Well, I'm definitely going to take some time off for sure. I need to work on things that need to be fixed. I have a lot to work on, but I already knew that. Like, no, there's no way at any time that, I mean, this was something that was just the first step, and it was such a huge step for me and so important. But the whole time I knew there's no way, if I didn't want to be a pro and a good pro, I would never even gone for this. There's no way. There's no way I was going to put that much into it to just go pro, and then, maybe I'll do well. I have that Oliva blood in me. There's no way that I'm going to do something and not want to be the best at it. So this is just something I'm going to enjoy with the people that earned it with me for a while. I need to rest my body, and I want to enjoy this first before I even start thinking about any pro career. I don't.
Well, you're talking about the people that supported you and enjoyed life with you. Can we just come in? Here's Sergio's mother, Arlene. Arlene, what do you think of your little boy?
Oh, he's the best. He deserved everything he got today.
You and your clan were very vocal there today. There was no doubt that where the Olivias were sitting tonight.
Yes, we stick together. Stand behind him.
So how does this feel? I mean, you know how he's wanted this pro card. He feels he has to prove himself. He's had the burden of, the name has been, people compare him to his dad all the time, which is totally unfair. How do you feel now that he's reached this pinnacle of the amateur world?
Well, I couldn't be a happier mom, and I'm just so proud of him. And I look at him and I see his father. That's for sure. I think he's surpassed his father, to tell you the truth. And I'm very happy.
Well,
I know, he just puts you on the spot too. I love it.
so
How many pros go get their overall, and then their mom comes into the interview? Of course, this is me. I'm surprised she's not coming in like trying to wipe something off my face. Like, honey, get something off your face. Okay, go ahead, Peter.
So, I mean, I won't keep you much longer because I know you want to celebrate and everything. But your final words on being a pro, on getting this, what tonight means to you, Sergio?
This means that every single decision I've made for the last 13 years was right. Everything happens for a reason, and all the hurdles we went through and all the things that have kept me from being a pro already were all on purpose. Every single one taught me a lesson, and every time that I didn't go party or just do what a regular 20 people in their 20s are supposed to do, it was the right decision, because it's such a gamble. Like, you have to love it so much and want it so much, because really to be a good pro, that's what the other thing that was bothering me is that I'm now in my 30s. You have to be, either a pro or about to be, or just being one in your 30s, because then you have that to be able to work up, to be able to be into make it to the big shows like the Olympia and stuff like that, to even have a progressing career. That means you have to like give up your whole 20s, pretty much. Everybody's turning 21, and you're getting,
He goes on and on.
I was just thinking, he's a bit different from his dad in conversation, isn't it? Yeah.
It's true. If you want to be a professional bodybuilder, you have to make that decision very young. And then when you do, you have to give up a lot of things to be able to make sure that happens in time. And I did that, and I lost a lot of friends, a lot of people in my life. It's just people that can't understand the lifestyle, and it's not really their fault. It's, even if you understand it or not, it's so hard to be on the sideline. It's so hard to be a friend or a spouse, or, man, even just someone who just knows somebody that's a bodybuilder, because you're always suffering. You're always putting yourself through hell for this dream that does take you going through a struggle to achieve. And it sucks to lose a lot of people and not be able to do a lot of things that a lot of regular people can do. But you tell yourself, man, if I can make it and be a pro, and I could have a pro career, and I can live that life, I can be part of, God, so many people that are just the most amazing people to me. I'm part of a club of now. Then it's all worth it. Then, you know what? Screw all the, partying. I can give that up and build a career. So that means everything that happened to me, it was worth it.
So it's been a good day.
It's been a good life so far.
I have to share one thing. The first show that he ever went on, I am sorry, I don't remember which one it was, but the first thing he said to me when he got off the stage was, "Mom, I knew I wanted to do this, but I didn't realize that I was meant to do it." It was just, I knew it was going to be his life. And this is why.
Thank you. Well, look, Sergio, thanks for your time. I just want to say one thing myself about Sergio. I've known you for 6 years. In all that time, he's always impressed me with his outgoing attitude, his good nature, his goodwill to everybody. You've said to me several times when we've talked about pro cars and all the rest of it, that you've been doing it a long time, and you need to get this pro card because you don't want to let down your supporters, your mum, your coaches, your fiance. Not many bodybuilders say that, They don't think of other people when they're going for the golden fleece. You are different. You're a pro now, and your mother's proud of you. The community's proud of you. So thanks for your time, Sergio. Thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I want to thank for sure. It's not a coincidence that once I stopped being stubborn, thinking that I don't need any help from anybody, that Lila Brada came into my life, and obviously we don't have to say how much that he understands the lifestyle. For him to come into my life and to be able to help me and to be able to get me to this place, and then have Chris Aceto come in and fix me. Like, he showed me that I had no idea what it was to diet. I had no idea what I was doing. I always thought the person who suffers the most is the person who wins, and it's not. It's who diets the smarter. And if it wasn't for Chris Aceto helping me with just nutrition and just, man, my whole mindset of a diet and a prep, and Lila Brada being such a mentor and being such a good male figure in my life. I have not had a lot of male good figures in my life, and he was one of them. And Chris Cormier, who saw me at USA's, and it's funny because I've known him since I was a little kid, and he's always been watching me come up in the ranks. Finally sees me at USA's and just realizes that, man, if someone just showed me how to work out, no one's ever showed me how to work out. I've been in the gym more times with my mom than I've been with my dad. And every time it was with my dad, it was for a photo shoot. So I wouldn't have been able to learn how to pose and work out if it wasn't for Chris Cormier, who really helped me out with that. So I just, those are for sure people that have got me to this point.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us, Arlene. It's great to see you again after some time. And go out and party.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, SD.